Welcome back to another episode of the Spectrum Living Podcast, where we discuss the biggest topics and trends in the home remodeling business. Make sure to subscribe to this show on your favorite podcast platform and join our mailing list by visiting our website, spectrum4remodeling.com. After you finish listening, go to our Facebook page, Spectrum 4 Remodeling, and continue the conversation. Thank you for listening.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Spectrum Living, Spectrum Remodeling, Sunspace by Spectrum. So again, we're having a little show today. Brought in a really cool cat. So Scott is a window installer, but probably doesn't sum up all the stuff. So window installations, door installations, Scott Smith, probably the best installer. Well, he is. He's the best installer in Southeast Michigan, and he works very closely with us. And we want to introduce him to you guys today. Scott, how you doing?
Good.
So thanks for coming and hanging out with us today. I apologize that we pulled you off the street in like minus 15 degree weather today, because I'm sure you were. I know you were working earlier and probably have other stuff that you'll do. But
It's a little cold out.
It's chilly out, so. But no, we're glad to have you here and to talk about window installations, door installations, and things that's going on in the industry right now that you're seeing. And so, what's how long you been installing? I've known you forever, but for the folks, how long you been doing this?
How long? Since I was 19.
19.
19.
And you're what? 22 now.
51.
All right. So
A couple of years.
So you've seen it, right?
Yep.
You've been around. You've seen it. You've done it. What would you say the biggest thing has changed in the industry, as far from your side of installing windows and doors? What's how has that transpired over that course of time?
Installing.
Yeah.
Yep. Products. Quality of installs.
So the window do the windows influence the install?
Yes.
Okay. What's one of the features of a window installation that probably in your opinion gets overlooked the most? Like, what do you see not being done? Or
Insulating.
Insulating,
number one.
okay. So the number one feature, best window in the world, doesn't matter
If you don't have insulation.
if you're not insulating around the window.
Nope.
Okay. And that brings up a point too, where in our industry, you've got different size, right? So you got the people that are still packing with insulation. You've got I want to make the windows so tight that all I gotta do is caulk it. I want space that I can put insulation. I want to use the foam, low expansion foam. What is the best route? What do we shoot for?
Spray foam.
Spray foam.
Yeah. You're shooting to make sure you got room for spray foam and make sure you can shim the window proper and then insulate it proper.
Because a lot of guys make mistakes, right? They think, like, if I get this thing so tight,
Yep.
One, they barely have room to shim it
Yep.
and level off the window and plumb it and all that. And then two, there's nothing left for insulating. They think that that's a good thing. Like, oh, I just had to caulk it. And
Yep. Some people think caulk is the answer. It's not.
you got to insulate that window,
Yes.
right? Or else you're gonna feel that cold coming through
Yes.
behind the casings, around the drywall return, things like that,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So when we pull a window out. Now we just done one, so we'll talk about we just did a job in Warren.
Yep.
We pulled out some old. I won't say who's they are. I won't mention them, but somebody everybody hears about every day. But it'd been in there for a while, and we pulled those out, and we noticed the install probably wasn't the best.
Nope.
Right.
But
Even though they had been in there a while, but the install probably wasn't the best. Right.
Yeah.
Could have been done better.
Could have been done a little better.
And this is a company that everybody knows,
Yes.
right? You see every day,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's supposed to be the best, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're supposed to be the best, but They're everywhere, right? Um, so we know the problem with that is when you're doing that many installs, and you have to hire so many people
Yep.
that you can't have 15 Scots,
Nope.
right? You can't. Not everybody can be the A crew,
No, you can't.
and so for the folks out there, well, a lot of times with the windows, we were, so whether it be windows or roofing or whatever the widget might be,
Mhm.
the bigger companies are not always the safest bet,
Not always.
right?
No.
Because somewhere it gets lost where now if someone calls us and we're looking at, one, we've got a variety of different windows to meet somebody's needs, right?
Yep.
Whether that's a vinyl window, a fiberglass window, an Anderson window, a Provia window, we've got all these options to find the right product for them versus this is our window and we can't get out of our box, right?
Yep.
So one, that's a downside versus somebody like us who's flexible.
Yeah.
Two, we can make sure that they always get Scott.
Yep.
We only have the 1A crew. We don't have multiple crews. One's not better than the other one, or one's better than the other, and you don't know who's going to show up.
Yes.
So in that sense, for a homeowner, it's safer
It's a lot more safe.
to go with that smaller company, get more personal care,
Mhm.
and do that, right? So when you're looking at the installation of a window and the insulation factor, what else are you finding? I mean, is it what you find a lot of rotten things that need to be taken care of? I mean, what are you looking for when you're measuring a job that you just know, like, when I come back, I'm going to have to fix this or I'm going to have to fix that?
Rotten wood.
Rotten wood.
Rotten wood on the outsides.
Um,
Wood windows, what needs to be replaced. Sills.
So sills, I think we were talking the other day, like the fake marble sills and marble sills, like that's kind of going away.
Yeah, it is.
It's harder and harder to find,
Mhm.
right? 20 years ago, it was kind of the thing,
It was everywhere.
and then now it's not. So, so when we're looking at a window, we're looking at, do the sills need to be replaced?
Yes.
Do the casings need to be replaced?
Yep.
Right, and we can take care of all that,
Mhm.
right? And what's really cool about doing a measure, so I will look at a window project, work out what a homeowner is going to get, and then I'll take a measurement, but then I also give you those measurements and you go remeasure,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And now you double check mine
Yes.
and you say mine are okay, or you say, well, in this situation, I'd rather have it this because I need to do this.
Yes.
And that's only something that you're going to find, right?
Yeah, experience.
And if you're not measuring, if somebody else is measuring, like when we get back to these bigger companies where they send a guy to measure, well, he's really just measuring. Maybe he knows some, but he's not the guy that's going to install.
Yes.
So that when the installer shows up, he's still never seen the project before,
Yep.
never seen what's going on, has no idea. Hopefully, he's got what he needs, right?
Yes.
And it's a roll of dice, unless they can make sure that they always have what they need because they don't really do everything that needs to be done. So the only way that you can know that you have everything in your trailer that you will need is if you limit what you do for a particular job.
Yes.
Like, no, I don't replace that, so I don't need that in my truck. Where we're looking at everything that needs to be done, you're making your notes and saying, when I show up, again, I need this,
Yes.
right? And we don't leave anything off the table.
Nope.
As far as what needs to be done so that window will perform properly. Correct?
Yes.
Right. So one of the things that we want to let the folks know too is we're in the process right now, and it should be probably by the time this show airs, we will now have become certified Anderson dealers,
Yes.
contractors. and which just is more icing on the cake because you are a certified Anderson installer. So that now the it'll be everything will be complete, which is going to be, so now we have a relationship with Anderson directly. We'll be able to offer better coverage, better warranties, better everything all around. And then with you being a certified installer, now they're ecstatic because it takes their liabilities off too, right?
Yep.
So now with the Anderson windows, that means what? Fiberglass, means wood,
Yep.
vinyl too, right? But for the most part, when you're installing Andersons, is it the fiberglass nowadays, or is it the wood, or what's the most popular window?
Composite.
Composite.
Yep, the composite window.
All right. Why is everybody so excited about the composite window versus vinyl windows?
It's stronger than vinyl.
Okay.
Longevity.
So the frames are stronger.
Yes.
Sashes are stronger.
Yep.
Right. Weather-wise, how do those windows react to the climate? Like today. Like today's like bitterly cold, right? Are they moving around as much as a vinyl window moves around? Are they moving around as much as a wood window moves around?
No, they
because
don't.
everything moves, right?
Everything moves.
But the composite's not going to move as much, right?
Nope.
Regardless of what that temperature is outside.
Yes.
And then we get talking about frames all the time, and in companies you see commercials, you see different things. Everybody's talking about the frame. And how come you never hear anybody talk about the glass? Right?
Yes.
They're always talking about the frame. This one's stronger, that one's stronger, but then they don't talk about the glass and what the performance of the glass, right?
Yes.
And there's always that sticker that's on the window that says this window meets this, or that window, this glass meets that, right?
Yeah.
R values versus U factors and things like that. So that's an inverted number. We know that, right?
Yes.
So nobody wanted to tell anybody that a window was an R1. So they came up with a U factor, just inverted the number because 0.30 U factor sounds better than R1, right? But now to get Energy Star, we need 0.27?
I think it's 0.28.
0.28.
Or lower.
Now but now all the Anderson windows will meet that need, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to worry about whether or not they're Energy Star rated.
No, as long as you get the low E glass with the
low E argon, right?
Yep.
And then you have higher performing windows, right? If we want, right? Triple panes.
You get
double pane,
laminated glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that we can't bring to a homeowner based on but that is what we are going to do, though, right? We're gonna figure out what's the best window for them because a lot of companies is just triple pane. That doesn't necessarily mean that they need triple pane. I mean, if I took a double pane window out of your house and I put a triple pane window in it, would you know it?
Yes.
Okay. If I took a single pane window out of your house, do you still have those? We still have them, right? Not too many, right? Anymore. The old aluminum windows, right? But now that would make a huge difference, right? But now every stage is a little bit less of a difference, right?
Yes.
So the switch from a double pane unit to a triple pane is not as much as, say, a single pane, like an old steel casement window or something like that. That would be dramatic, right? So we want the most performance. We want sound deadening, right? We're going to get that through the triple panes more than, say, double pane.
Actually, you can get sound deadening glass from Anderson.
Oh, really? That's what
they sell.
So for somebody who's on a main road or something like that, they can eliminate that noise outside.
Yes.